Okay, Pat
Yes,
Shanahan,
that is correct.
tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your business, where we are, and why you picked this.
Well, I was a career firefighter for most of my life. Retired out of there and decided to follow my passion, which was a motorcycle store, accessory store, and loved this town of Lanesboro. Opened up a four-room hotel above us and a motorcycle accessory store about 5 years ago. And just been having a great time, and people have been loving it and finding us, and it's been a great run for 4 years now. I also run a little advertising company for all the bars, restaurants around. It's called Rooster's Favorite Routes. It's a guide of southeast Minnesota, and now was supposed to be northeast Iowa. That's all been put on hold now, but hopefully we'll get that back going in the future. My goal is to show southeast Minnesota is great. I want people to come on down and ride their cars, their motorcycles, check out all the great things that we have to offer here, and that's why I really got into it. I really love the area, and I love motorcycling, and I love small businesses and small bars, so I just took my passions and made them my career.
So you picked Lanesboro specifically because of its location.
Its location, it's an awesome place that's really held its history. People already liked to come here, and my goal was to show a different demographic how great it really was. Just besides just the bicyclers,
Right,
and the canoers and the other ones, I wanted to show other people how great this place is.
So you were really in the mindset of attracting even more people to town.
That's correct. I came to a tourist town with the idea of engaging tourists and motorcyclers and showing them what a wonderful bluff country we have down here.
How's the reception been for you in the shop you set up? Are you seeing more and more people coming in that are on bikes, not pedal bikes, but motorcycles?
Motorbikes, yeah,
Are you seeing more people come down here in years past on motorcycles?
Yeah, absolutely. When I decided to open on May 4th, I had put it out so that people would come down here on May 4th, and I did just kind of a soft opening the weekend prior. That May 4th was a Monday, and just even on that, I looked up and down the streets and we made a head count. We had 76 motorcycles in town.
And that was a Monday.
No, that was on a Saturday prior to the Monday, and
okay.
And it was all because of people coming out to just ride the area and come down to see the store open and try to support our small town.
So now that you're retired from being a firefighter, is it safe to say that this isn't just a hobby? This is your income. This is your career now.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm all in, and this is my way I feed myself and provide.
So the shutdown, if we want to use that terminology, or the essential workers orders, the executive orders coming down from the governor and through other people within the government structure, has actually affected you in tangible ways. It's not just the idea that I want to be able to run my business, but it's actually affected you on a financial front.
Yeah, if it continues like it is, even though I'm open, if it continues like it is, with the occupancy in the hotel and the lack of people being able to move about in the state, I'm in danger of losing my place, but others in this town are even in some worse shape than I am. And I'm standing here open and talking out, maybe more for them than I am for me.
So you made this decision not just because of the financial aspects. You made this decision almost at from a patriotic perspective, to watch out for your neighbors and your fellow business owners in the area.
Well, I hate to use any type of cliche fireman thing, but my philosophy is if
Cliche
they
away.
go, if they go, I go. We go, you go. That's it.
How long do you think you could last status quo right now if things don't open up 100% in a very short period of time? How long do you think you could last?
Well, the property taxes just got taken out, and if it's stuck like it is, it would be a tough road to pay the second half of the year of just the property taxes if it stays like it is. I expect that I'll survive this through the year. It'll be lean, but I'll survive it through the year, and we'll hope that we can re-energize either this year but if we don't, I won't make it. But I'll tell you what, if there's some other businesses in town, and I don't want to name any names or anything, but they're very dependent on strictly one revenue source, and I'm fortunate that I've diversified myself enough to have
Right.
an advertising company, which is bringing zero in right now because all the printers are shut down and whatnot. But I have a hotel and the retail, which I guess puts me in a position just of a little bit more strength than your average person. And I guess I'm a ex-Marine, and I'm a fighter, and I'm here to stand up when others won't. I mean, that's just my way.
Have you had many people inquiring and getting rooms, or?
Yes, I have. I've put out some word that we're having a hard time down here, and some of the biker groups that have been in the past, some people that are hearing the message that we're trying to open up and trying to be here for them, that they're coming back to support us. But if you look at just strict polling, about 50% of the people, they're hiding out, and that's what they're going to do. So right away, just immediately, 50% of the people are gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then after that, it's then what is that? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know what to do.
So I'm gonna. Here's the closest I'm gonna get to putting you on the spot, Pat. So you really answer in some respects, and I don't really like the terminology, but I don't know how else to phrase it. But to some degree, you have two different entities that you have to deal with. You have to deal with the city of Lanesboro, and you have to deal with the state. And rightly or wrongly, people have kind of this impression that mayors over cities and governors over states are kind of the highest power. They always kind of look at them and say whatever that person says goes. If you know the Constitution at all, everybody knows that's really not how it's meant to be understood. As a taxpayer, a business owner, a patriot, and a citizen, what message would you have for both the mayor of Lanesboro and for the governor about what's happening to the economy and what they need to do?
Well, we went into the lockdown, and for 2 months, I couldn't have been a better subject or prisoner. I've stayed away. I've done everything that I can, and now, in 2 months later, with all the information that we have and all the paperwork from the CDC and the state health department and all these things, I think we've reached a point where we should defend the vulnerable. We should quarantine the sick. We should let the afraid, because I think we've done that to the public. We should let the afraid hide for a little bit longer if they wish to do so. That's freedom. But I really believe that with proper precautions that we've already undertaken with the way we deal with each other and how far apart we stand with each other, that we should allow the people that want to come out and can assess the risk of the real world make their own decisions as a free person. If I was taking care of elderly people, I might quarantine myself, but I don't have that in my life, and I want to be out and about and get my country back together, because if we survive this pandemic with every storefront or half of them closed down, that's what's happening to rural America. Lanesboro, and the reason why I'm fighting so hard to to be here and be public with it and the reason why I chose this place was we don't have empty storefronts. We've been full. We've been a vibrant community, a great place to come. And if we're allowed to rot like we are, we're going to be in the same sorry situation that is unfortunately rural Minnesota.
Yeah, Lanesboro is going to look like it did 20 years ago.
Right.
Almost gone.
Right. We fought to get here, and I'm fighting to stay here.
Well, Pat, I thank you for your time, and I appreciate what you had to say. And trust me, when I'm done with this video, you are not going to look any worse than you think you do already. So, thank you.
Appreciate it.